Being a parent can be really challenging. It's normal to feel uncertain about whether you're doing the right things to raise healthy and happy children. That's why Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them build confidence in their parenting journey. Everyone deserves to have someone they can turn to for support with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Gearóid Farrelly.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you're listening to Agony Rants. Every week we're just like, we need to tone that down. It's very children's television. And all we do is make it worse.
I nearly did jazz
Just like, Agony Rants. I feel like next week I'm going to have dungarees and a puppet.
I have jazz hands almost doing that in the video. If you're subscribing, you'll see the jazz hands on.
Look at the sell on Niamh Kavanagh. Oh my God.
I know. Star of stage and some screen.
Some screen every now and then.
Small screen.
How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much, Gearóid. Really coming on leaps and bounds because I've been doing salt therapy. I don't know if I told you last week. I've got old ladies.
Because Niamh had COVID and everyone was very worried.
Everyone
was up to walls.
The problem is then the lingering thing afterwards. This I don't know if is this technically...
So you've got like the husk.
Yes. Is this technically the long COVID, so
maybe it is.
I don't know, but anyway, hopefully not. But basically, as a singer, obviously that's kind of an extra pressure.
Sow the seed just in case there's a benefit you can claim.
Yeah. Oh,
possibly long COVID.
Oh, possibly. Do you think there'd be money on that?
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Niamh Kavanagh, the face of long COVID.
So, yes, I started salt therapy a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely brilliant. You go in, and a few people have asked me about it, like, do you have to take your clothes off? No, you don't have to. I just go into a room basically with people who are lonely.
With salt?
Yeah, with lots of salt. The salt on the floor, but then they kind of spray in this salt mist, but you don't see it. It's not like a damp thing or anything. It's not like steam or anything. So you just breathe, and then afterwards you come out and you go, salty lips. Salt.
I'm very skeptical of stuff like that now.
But actually,
do you when you go in, is there any evidence that there's something happening?
Oh yeah, you can hear it. It's like this big, because it's obviously you can hear them blowing in.
And they're blowing salt around.
Yeah, but you don't see the salt. It's very fine, but you can see it. Like when I wear my track bottoms or anything black, you kind of sometimes have to,
Oh right,
like
okay.
you
inhale it.
Yeah, and you feel it. You do feel it now. I get that you could be skeptical, but you do feel it. And then some people say, oh, because of the seawater thing, maybe just go to the beach. And I spend a lot of time by the sea. I live by the sea. And let me tell you, it's still more intensive. I do feel a lot better afterwards. But my concern is because I'm getting dry and hoarse quickly.
Okay.
As a singer, that's not ideal, you know.
Right.
So I'm just being
careful.
Proactive.
Okay.
Proactive. So yes, but the thing about the salt therapy room, which is most important, is because we go in, there's a lot of people who are older and possibly live on their own and desperate for a conversation. And I have that face, we know. That face that people want to talk to you about. So yes, lots of conversations with people. I know things.
So do you think it's the COVID or the excessive talking at the salt therapy that has you dry and hoarse?
Absolutely no idea.
We are actually recording this in
a hotel.
Yeah. We're not in the glamour of like the podcast studios with like the professionalism, the video recording equipment, everything surrounded like coffee. Well, I mean, they don't like us that much because if there's chocolates in that kitchen, we just plow through them.
We just eat them.
So we're actually in my hotel room, and the interesting thing is, right, we brought a lot of the equipment that we use.
I say we. Gearóid brought it all up, so they definitely think we're doing something else here.
They think we're making porn. They were looking at me last night, so I was bringing lights through, and there's only one reason that you bring lights to a hotel room, and that's porn.
This is very niche.
And then the two of us walked through this morning and they were like, well, maybe it's very bad porn.
It's a very niche market. Very niche market. Yeah. No. This is, unless you're talking about Eurovision porn, that'd be interesting.
What a horrific category.
We'll just leave that there.
Has anyone gone to the dark side, Niamh? Is there
that a
anyone we
thing?
know of?
I don't know. I think we need to move swiftly along.
Let's move swiftly along.
But it's because you're in Belfast.
Yes.
You're up working with Joanne this week. So
Yeah, we're in the limelight for 5 shows. And this episode that we're recording now is going out tomorrow. I think this is the closest we've ever recorded
to an actual
to
show.
The Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah. The excitement, Niamh.
I know. I feel invigorated by it. Not by the hotel room, to be fair, but by the the setting is a bit.
We had a lovely hotel in Clonakilty.
I know.
Right? We were by the sea. Do you know what they would do? This! I've never experienced this in my life, right? At around like 7 o'clock in the evening, a woman would knock on my door.
Oh, to turn down the bed?
No, to give me a little card with tomorrow's weather. I was like, this is the most unnecessary thing that's ever occurred in my life, but thank you.
Oh, yeah, but
and she would also give me 2 chocolates.
Yeah, but would you say it was because, people in Inchydoney do stuff on the beach and do all that sort of? It's very outdoorsy.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
But I was just like, this is entirely
And
unnecessary.
chocolate. They gave
And
you
if
chocolate.
there's ever a budget cut, you're the first to go.
She must do other things.
Yeah, maybe, that's fair.
I suspect she does other things.
Maybe that's not the job.
But that would have been very high end. They would have turned down the bed at night, sort of thing. Turn down your bed.
Yeah, actually,
that was a thing.
There was one night they did it late when we were at the show, and I came back.
Did it freak you out? Like,
no, I'll tell you what happened. Actually,
what did you leave in the bed?
I was knackered, right? I came home, I flopped down on the bed, and then stood up and realised I was sitting on 2 chocolates.
Not too bad though. If you haven't actually melted them into the bed.
No, it was just I heard the crunch and was like,
okay, not eating them.
I mean, I did.
Of course you did.
I'm not proud. I have to stop, Niamh. I have to stop. I'm trying to get fit, right?
Okay.
I've been like, this is my thing now.
Are you trying to get fit or are you trying to get slim? Or buff? Buff. Are you trying to get buff?
I see everything that you see in front of you just has to change.
Not everything.
No, everything has to change. I'm fixing everything. So I've been like I've been like really careful about what I've eaten. I've been doing loads of exercise, right? The first night in Belfast, like I was doing this for maybe 5 days. I've just been like super good, like really good. I went for runs and swims, really good. Arrived at Belfast last night. We did the show, and then we just got talking, and then I suddenly realized at 10:30 I was hungry. And I asked, is there anywhere for food? And your man said, oh, don't worry, we'll get it. We'll sort it out. We'll get your food. Grand. I was like, oh, thanks very much. He brought in like a pizza the size of that table. And I was like, I'll just have 1 slice. Well.
Wolf.
I've been starving for a week.
So we're going to do about celebrity encounters now. I don't know about you, but I've met a lot of famous people over. I mean, are we talking about really famous people or are we talking about celebrities? Is there a difference in your head?
Well, here's the thing, right? I think that celebrities are people that are celebrities when you're in your teens. I think after that, it doesn't really matter. I think the people that you get really excited about are the people that you were excited about when you were a kid. As in meeting them. Like, so, yeah. They're the people you get excited about. Everyone else is just like, oh, it's your man from whatever. Yeah. I think, like, that's what, because I did a podcast, Fascinated, where I met loads of people that I was a fan of when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. Because that's when you have that thing where you're like, oh, please sign my CD. Yeah, I know what you mean. You do, Niamh. You fall in love with people. I think you've encountered it before. Yes, I have. You've encountered it. I have actually seen you do that. So. Yeah. Amazing. Well, I know. I've bought another 15 copies of Flying Blind. Will you sign them all? And I sign everyone. But yes, I get that. That's when your enthusiasm is at the highest. And totally. I think that's when you really fall in love with that. I think when you get older, I think what happens is you don't really latch on unless you've got stalker in your gene. I think after that you don't quite get as emotionally attached to your. I mean, you admire people and you enjoy them. I know there's certain actors or performers or whatever, and I go, I'm going to enjoy it if they're in it. Doesn't matter what it is. 100%. Actually, adversely, there's also those that go, oh my God, and Tom Cruise is one of these for me, right? Not that I know him, I don't. But Tom Cruise, if I see he's in something, I automatically go, oh, I don't want to see that. And yet I've enjoyed a lot of movies he's been in, but I just can't get over him. I just don't get him. I've only worked that out recently that I'm the same, right? My thing I will always enjoy is Jennifer Aniston. Oh, she's brilliant in everything. And but the only thing is I didn't like Friends. I never got Friends. I was never into it. It just didn't interest me at all.
Is this where I admit that I've seen very little of Friends? And the reason for that is because I was living my life.
I've seen about 10 episodes of Friends, I think, and I've seen enough to know that's not for me. But everything that Jennifer Aniston is in,
She's
I absolutely
great.
love.
Yeah.
And anything that David Tennant is in, I was like, no, not for me.
You're not having him?
One exception, Broadchurch.
Oh, he was brilliant in that.
Yeah.
But I like David Tennant. Now, it's funny. I am mad for Keanu Reeves, right? I think he's amazing. Now, I get that some people don't get him.
Yeah,
I get that.
I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't act.
I disagree.
Oh, he's not great. Like,
there are moments. I think if the part is him, I think it works. But then there's a lot of actors like that. Like, for instance, Kevin Costner plays himself in everything he ever does. Yeah. Tom Hanks, equally. Yeah. Love them.
But they are themselves.
They are themselves.
Yeah.
You know, you never separate the fact that is the person you're looking at. So, you know, Keanu does it for me on many levels, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. But he's a really gorgeous man. I don't really go for pretty boys, but I like him. You know, I like really odd people like John Hannah, and, you know, people are not necessarily straight away, oh my God, they're amazing.
The big stars.
Yeah, no, I love them slightly quirky. I want them to be a little bit mischievous, and I want them to be a little bit rough. You know, I don't think it's the best way I like it. Okay, I revealed way more than I was expecting there. But you know what I'm saying? Finding people, you go, oh yes, I'd like to see that because they're going to be in it, or that's great. Then you get to the point where you actually get to meet them.
Yeah. Who have you met that has blown your mind?
Gosh, quite a few people actually. Quite a few people. Because obviously I did. The funny thing is, I met a lot of very famous people when I wasn't famous myself.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
As in, I was in very famous situations. So the Grammys and the time I went to do the Bette Midler concert in LA.
Yeah.
I went with the Commitments, but nobody knew who I was. They kept looking at me thinking Maria Doyle had cut her hair, you know. And, and actually it wasn't. I was just because I was on the soundtrack and Maria wasn't doing the tour. So they just, and the light would go off in them the second they realised it. I mean, I was standing talking to Dave Lee Roth, having this chat with Dave Lee Roth, you know. And for those of you who are not old enough to understand that, that's like that was a big deal at the time.
He was in
Van Halen and all that. So anyway, I'm standing chatting to him about life, the world and everything. And over in the corner, Robin Williams is sitting, you know, the comedian, Lord rest him. And he was manic for every 10 minutes. He'd get up and he just full of energy and really, really funny. And then just sit down just in the green room. It was just in the green room. And Estelle Getty and all of these like
Estelle Getty.
I know. But she told me I looked like a young Demi Moore. So I loved her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The Golden Girls. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's my favorite person that you've met. And I feel like by proxy, by just doing that, it's like I've touched. It's like I've touched. What's it called? A secondary relic.
A secondary relic. A secondary relic.
Secondary relic. Yeah, isn't that like it's something that touched something that touched like
a secondary relic? Oh my God, kill me now.
Yeah, a secondary relic.
I am a secondary. I have been called many things in my life. A secondary relic is right up there.
You're welcome, Niamh. You're welcome.
So tell me, did you meet Tyne Daly?
I did. Here's the weird thing, right? I've been a massive fan of Cagney and Lacey for like literally.
Well, you and I bond about the fact that we love her.
God, I loved it. And she's absolutely amazing. And I've met her, I interviewed her for something years ago. And then I did a thing where she was in Ireland and they were doing a screening of Cagney and Lacey.
Oh.
And what happened was I bought tickets to the screening of Cagney and Lacey with Tyne Daly because it was like amazing.
Hello, why would you not?
And then I had a moment where I thought, who's doing the interview? Like, who's interviewing her? Because there's nobody more qualified than me.
And who was?
So they hadn't booked an interview yet. So I just emailed my agent and was like, I don't care what it takes. Get this. Like, get this. I don't care.
I want to be
And
there.
I did it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I mean, she's my hero. She was very nice. Actually, what happened was she said, what was it she said beforehand? Oh, she gave me advice.
What?
I mean, it wasn't even. I said, "Time, why can't I get you a chair?" Because we were standing in the foyer of the theater, and she was like, "No, I'm grand." Then she says, "Oh, actually, I will, because my rule is you never stand when you can sit, and never sit when you can lie down."
Love her.
Yeah, she was kind of amazing.
I do meet a lot of people who are very famous, and I've worked with a lot of people who are very famous, and it's very odd because you don't know how to be about them. I always say the wrong thing. I always say the wrong thing. I blurt out things.
You don't know what they want. You see, I think that's the difficult bit. You don't know whether they want to be acknowledged for the thing or not acknowledged for the thing. I definitely think that there's something in Ireland where you kind of go, why on earth are you here?
Oh yeah.
Like when you meet someone, you're like, what the hell? It's so surprising. Whereas like if you go to America, like particularly if you go to New York, I mean, if you go to New York and you don't see somebody famous, it's kind of odd.
Yeah, it is odd.
Like, because I mean, if you walk by the theatre district around 10 o'clock, they're all just coming out and getting into cars. And you just, like, I remember I was in New York and we were walking by a theatre and Julia Roberts walked out.
Well.
Yeah, and I tried to take a photograph and then she waved just at that moment. So I photographed of Julia Roberts, her hand on like the side of her face.
Oh, excellent.
I remember when I was in New York, I went to see Vanessa Redgrave play, right? And a couple of people down from me in the row was Richard Gere. I know.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it for me.
But the thing about Richard Gere is, Richard Gere in real life doesn't look
like Richard Gere.
Like Richard Gere. Like Richard Gere, he had like his face was like, what's that where it's kind of like flaky?
Beg your pardon?
Yeah. It was like really like gnarly and a bit flaky.
Well, what age was he? Like how long ago?
I mean, look, he could have had a chemical peel. I mean, there's probably a better reason than it's just a bit of psoriasis.
Are you saying they use filters?
Perhaps, Neve. Maybe what happens in the movies isn't real life.
But we got lots of celebrity. Lots and lots.
We did a shout out on Instagram, and I have to say, people have come back in their droves. And some of them have had unbelievable celebrity encounters. Georgina Cooney, which I have to say, I got a bit excited when I saw that name.
I know. I thought it was George Clooney when I read it first.
George has a sock account. In the summer of 2005, myself and my mate were in Chicago, and we decided to try and get on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Because that's
I
what
was
you
just
do.
like, well done. That's somebody now that has a bit of confidence in themselves.
Yeah, you just rock up and think you're going to get into Oprah. Like it doesn't quite work that way.
Well, I thought they were like, I'm going to get on as a guest.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Rocking up, even getting into the audience, is like looking for tickets for, the Late Toy Show. It's like hen's teeth. I know, you're not going to get them.
It was sold out, but we got to be in the audience of the Jerry Springer Show. I mean, that's quite a step down.
Oh, that is a thing?
The title of the show was Hoes Going Off With My Man.
Oh, you don't love Jerry.
Oh, yes. There were women dressed in wedding dresses and fights to beat the band.
Love it.
I got a picture with Jerry on set and us pretend fighting with Steve, the bouncer, pulling us apart. Quality.
Georgina, you would not have got that at Oprah. I'm not going to lie. Like, you would not have got that at Oprah.
Exactly.
So, sometimes...
You've just been sitting around chatting about a book.
I mean, it is nice to kind of go to something like Oprah and say, oh, I was there. But actually,
I'd say she's really tedious.
Tedious?
Yeah, I follow... Do I follow her? I think I might have unfollowed Oprah on Instagram.
Okay. Oh.
I know. What a child.
Wow.
But Oprah is...
Wow, there's a statement. I might have unfollowed Oprah.
I might have. Sorry, Oprah. Sorry, Oprah, if you're listening. Look, you can't have everything. Because I found that every time she was there, like every time she'd do a post, it was a video or something, I always felt I'd have to go, all right, go on then. Go on, Oprah, what are you flogging now?
Did you feel it was under pressure, like to kind of make your life better every time you speak? Sometimes gets a bit old.
She used to like post videos and sometimes she'd be cooking and you just go, you don't know your way around this kitchen at all.
No, you never cook for yourself.
Who are you kidding? Somebody put all that stuff out, you went in, you did a video and then left.
And someone else cleaned up. That's for sure.
Totally.
I know. But what's that got to do with Jerry Springer? Do you reckon he cooks his own?
I just reckon that Jerry Springer is a better experience than Oprah.
I think you could have a pint with Jerry. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And you get great stories.
Like, I think with Oprah, there's a lot of, Oprah wants us to nod and go, you're so right. You're so right, Oprah.
Yeah, but maybe at home she isn't like that. Maybe she is on her morning G&T.
Do you know what would be amazing? Is if Oprah was an absolute mess.
A hot mess.
Like she couldn't find anything. Oprah if Oprah kept losing her phone.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? That I'd pay to see that. That's what I want on Instagram.
I'm going to guarantee you, Oprah does not carry your phone. She has someone
for that. She probably
has
has a phone person.
She has someone for that.
Do you know what I saw on Instagram? It's one of the most depressing things I've ever seen. Like Madonna's Instagram. Do you follow Madonna on Instagram?
No, funny. I don't follow any of these people.
Madonna on Instagram, it's very depressing because you just see these glimpses of her being an old lady.
Yeah, I saw.
She wears like big glasses.
Okay.
And sometimes she'll have her phone on a lanyard around her neck. It's just like, that's like you don't lose it.
I know, she's not young though.
She posted a photograph of herself and she was sitting on the toilet posing.
Oh, yeah.
And right beside her was a heater. And I was just like,
oh, bless.
Madonna gets
That's
cold on
hilarious.
the loo. You don't want her getting a chill when she's up having a cry. It's very depressing. What's become of her?
Oh my God, poor Madonna. Anyway, listen, Georgina, I think it's really cool. I think you got the better deal. I mean, yeah, we all like to say we're going to be in a room with Oprah, but let's be honest, we'd all prefer to be in with Jerry.
I went to see Dave. What's your man, David Letterman?
Oh
I
yeah.
saw him in New York recording his show. And do
Okay.
you know who was on it? Your man from Niles from Frasier. David
Oh yes,
Hyde Pierce.
yes. Yeah, I love
He
him.
was brilliant.
Yeah, I love him.
And not Melania Trump, the daughter. What's the daughter one?
Oh, Ivanka.
Ivanka. Dumb as a box of hair. I swear to God.
I'm really surprised to hear that.
As shit. Dee got in touch and she said that Julia Stiles stood in front of me at Newark Airport. That is all.
Well, sometimes that is all. But I'm going to tell you, one thing happened to me after I won Eurovision. I got so many air miles. I got the Gold Circle Club in Aer Lingus.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had a lounge card. I never bought one, but I had one. And one day I was going, I don't know, I must have been going to New York or something. And I went into the lounge and Aidan Quinn was there. I couldn't speak.
Who's Aidan Quinn now?
Oh, please.
Now, I have to say, I didn't know who Julia Stiles was.
Okay. I know who Julia Stiles is. I love movies. Julia Stiles was in 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger and all that. Great.
Oh, yeah.
So that's Julia Stiles. So, but Aidan Quinn is,
Sun, Moon and Stars for Niamh Kavanagh, by the
he's
looks
a
of things.
gorgeous boy. He's gorgeous.
Niamh,
Bluest
the
eyes. I'm like,
the lights on your face.
I know. He's an Irish
The
actor.
rash is up, Niamh.
He's an Irish actor. He's you know, it's of my time, to be fair. He was like, he's still good looking as an older man, I have to say, but he was in all the big things when he was back then today, and it was a big deal. He was in, was he in Desperately Sick and Susan? I think he was. You know, speaking of Madonna, Aidan Quinn is a fine man. I can't believe, I wanted a better reaction from you. I can't believe.
Sorry about that.
I don't know who Aidan Quinn is. Like, you just
listen,
aged
what we'll do
me.
is we'll film a reaction afterwards.
Okay.
We'll do a Google.
Okay. I'll show you how gorgeous he
Aidan
is.
Quinn. Wow.
Aidan Quinn, and he was in the lounge. So I literally walked in the door and I was like,
Did you talk to him?
no, I did not. Are you joking? I didn't even
You
breathe
should've
in his
gone.
direction if I could help.
You should have just gone up. You should have just sashayed by.
Hello. Have you ever heard of the Eurovision? I don't think that works.
Eurovision song contest.
No, he didn't know who I was from
Hands up anyone
Adam.
who's won the Eurovision.
I'm so weird about that, though. I'm weird about being in those spaces. There are safe spaces for people who are celebrities or famous, well-known. I don't like the word celebrity, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, that kind of thing.
Somebody I know was sitting in a departures lounge
Okay.
and there was a very famous person
Mm-hmm.
also in that departures lounge, and they were the only two people sitting there. And when he looked on his Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
it was the person, and it was like their full name iPhone came up. So you know the way you can log, it was like,
Yeah.
say if it was like Niamh Kavanagh's iPhone, it was like,
Okay.
why do you use it doesn't automatically put your second name in.
Wow.
Somebody wanted to be spotted.
Hello. Come on.
I'll tell you who it is afterwards.
Okay, I can't wait. But it's funny. Airports are a very key area. You're going to meet people, I think, definitely.
Yeah.
And it is very difficult. But there are some safe spaces, as I say, in a green room or anywhere like that. I don't think you should be bothering anybody.
Really?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. I think, to be fair, you can tell by people if they want to talk to you or not. To be honest.
Yeah.
But even in airports, if people want to say hello, I'm not that stressed. If they want to photograph quick, great.
Do you know who we were in a green room together, and
Mhm.
somebody I wished I'd said hello to
Okay.
was Melanie C.
Okay. Oh.
Because she was in the Late Late when you were doing the Late Late.
Oh, right. Okay.
And we were in the green room at the same time. And I didn't, the reason I would have said hello to her is, right, years ago, when I was working in a shop, Melanie C came in to buy water. I was so starstruck. It was like full Sporty Spice era, so it was like the ponytail, the tracksuit bottoms,
Okay, so I have a
and the
question.
belly top.
Still or sparkling?
Volvic. Volvic still.
See?
That's what it was.
See?
Yeah. She paid. I would have given it to her for free.
I know.
I would have said, Melanie, what do you want here? Take the cash register drawer off you go. Go on.
You'd have lost your job, but it would have been worth it.
Yeah.
So then I had Grace Jones on a flight to Jamaica once. Absolute scream. Now, Grace Jones, Elle. This is from Elle. Oh my goodness, Grace Jones. She'd be some character.
Well, my favourite story about Grace Jones is apparently, right, somebody met her in a petrol station in Manchester.
As you do.
She was buying cigarettes.
As you do.
And she said, "Are you Grace Jones?" And Grace Jones apparently said, "Darling, what would I be doing here?"
No, my favorite, if I'm in a hurry, is, when they say, "You look a lot like Niamh Gavin," I say, I get that a lot.
My favourite encounter story with you was that woman that told you how much she hated.
Oh
Niamh
yeah,
Gavin.
yeah, it was. But I'm not sure if I told you this story. Basically, I must have done. But basically, I was at a night and for a friend, and I'd been on the TV and all the day before. It was hilarious. But I literally arrived in and from America, I'd done Winning Streak, and I had my hair cut short. Literally went from remember the bowl cut I used to have into the short. So I was on having a nice little chat with my friend, and she came across and said to me, do you know you look very like Niamh Gavin? And I said, I was just about to say that's because I am. And she said, I hope you're not offended. So when that's starting, that's it. That's not going to end well.
No.
I know, but it did make me laugh a lot. Mairead and I laughed. I don't take offense to these things because, quite frankly, that you have your opinion over there. That's
what my favourite part of that story is that you were like, I need to know more.
Instead
of just being dismissive,
I didn't say a thing. I just let her go on, and I said,
keep going.
I said, you know her, and she says, oh yeah, she's a bitch.
Absolutely.
Loved it.
Won the Eurovision. That's the
Who
last
does she
thing
think
you
she
want
is?
to do.
Who does she think she is? And then I saw her on the TV. The best part was she had seen me on Winning Streak before she came out. So she saw my new haircut, knew I was in America because I had said, and then I took out my cigarettes at the time because I did smoke briefly, and I had Marlboro Lights, which used to be white tipped. And so she asked me for a cigarette, which I really wanted to give her. And I said, okay. So I offered her one. And she said, oh, you're just back from America? I said, yeah, I'm just back from recording my album. And she was like, she didn't even miss a beat. I have to say, I really admired her. She didn't miss one beat and just went, so how's the album going? Okay. I think we're finished with our conversation.
We'd love a follow-up. If you're out there and that's you, listen, we'd love to have you in as a guest.
I never got her name. Not in one. Never one.
Imagine, Niamh, you didn't even touch.
No, we didn't. Funny enough. If I was doing Would I Lie to You now, I wouldn't be able to bring her. I often wonder.
Very important moment in my history.
I often wonder when they do those things, where, randomers, where they find
If you haven't seen somebody in your family for 10 years or more, there's good reason.
Yeah.
It was like, do you remember that thing Cilla Black used to do where she was reunited?
Surprise!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they
randomers coming in.
Surely you'd just be like,
you haven't spoken for 20 years.
For good reason.
And you have to be polite because you're on TV.
What was always fun though was as soon as she reunited them, she would go over and sing the song.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, life is fun. And there was a reason for that.
I know.
Because I would imagine a lot of the time it's like, well,
who are you?
Are you going to give me that €200 or...
Is it always about money for you, girl?
The calibre of the listeners
Listen
that
to this.
Agony Rants have.
I know, Jan Arden.
I'm the singer.
Beside myself with excitement here. Because, I've recorded some of her songs. I absolutely love her, right? So, and really, I plugged Hilary Swank's toilet.
I love Jan Arden.
You don't need any more in that conversation.
I asked her and she said, I asked what happened? And she said, well, there wasn't a toilet brush. Classic Jan.
Well,
classic Jan.
It's totally Hilary's fault then.
A couple of years ago when we did the live show for the podcast festival, and we did that during we did the duet of the Jan Arden song.
Okay.
Jan Arden loves that.
Oh, okay.
Because I sent it to her and she said, that made me cry. I was like,
for a good reason.
Please. I bet it did, Jan. I bet it did.
Please say it's for a good reason. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So next is Emily.
Emily says, met Brad and Angelina before and he is a class A twat.
Oh.
She was really lovely. Now, obviously, I had to ask for more information.
Naturally.
And she said, I was invited to a charity event for Great Ormond Street at Kensington Palace where a few of us met with them. Honestly, Brad, what a tool. See the caliber of listeners that
I
we have
see.
on this. Just just part of your day is, it's an invitation to Kensington Palace.
Emily, like, this is pretty amazing.
Emily, you're welcome. You're welcome to the show.
Emily, I have a little story about meeting somebody famous at a kind of fundraiser, right? It's pre-Eurovision. So it was the Commitments. And we were doing this show in New York. And Liam Neeson was presenting.
From
Now,
Taken.
tell me you know who Liam Neeson is.
Of course
right?
I do.
You really upset me, right?
Taken.
But it was
Taken
young.
1,
It was,
Taken 2, Taken 3. Brilliant.
And Liam arrived on stage to introduce us in, but we were obviously backstage waiting to go on beforehand. And he turned up he looked a bit like a homeless man. He didn't actually dress up for the thing. So I just will about that. He's still gorgeous, but he was very casual about the whole thing. And what happened was, I had bought a wig for the occasion. I had a
wig?
Yeah, well, what happened was I was trying out new style, and I had this red wig, which made me look like Fionnuala Finucane, I think, or something. I had like a fringe, and it was a long bob, like to here, and it was lovely roaring red, like the colour, but really lovely coppery red, and like I looked like the proper Irish Colleen. And he kept saying to me, "Oh, your hair is so beautiful." And I felt I could have possibly scored there, but I couldn't have dealt with the disappointment when the fucking hair came off. But he was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair." And, I was like, "Okay, don't touch it." I was like, I was just trying it out just to see, because, you buy a wig, you're going to wear it. Like,
yeah.
And I wore it on the stage, and I mean, I was wearing a body stocking as well. That probably might have had something to do with it, but,
There we go, Niamh.
but it was definitely the hair.
Shorts.
It was definitely the hair. He loved the red hair, and he was like, "I can't get over your hair. Your hair is beautiful. I just want to touch it. I was like, "Yeah, okay, don't touch it." So
don't touch it, and don't put a naked flame near it either.
no. Oh, no, it was real hair.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I bought a proper wig back in the day. Yeah.
Fancy, no joke shop for Niamh.
No, I do have joke shop one since, but not that one. So Emily, but I'm interested in the fact that Brad was a twat, like that.
Do you know what though? He does look like he'd be a bit of a dick. Like Angelina seems like she's good cracking game for anything. Like Angelina was on the 6 o'clock show in Ireland.
Yeah, well, but the only thing I will say, right, is we
everyone.
don't know what stage were they at in their relationship.
Oh,
you don't know
as
what
in like the bit of bit of difficulty. Maybe she was getting at him. You don't know. Okay.
I'm not fighting for Brad here. Do you understand me? Because I don't know him.
Go on. Try and walk that back. You're defending him.
No, you get a moment sometimes you get a moment with people, and sometimes you can appear offhand or not very nice. And I would say Brad gets quite a bit of attention from women. I would say that becomes a small bit old after time. But you're right. It doesn't take much to be polite, really, in circumstances, But
come on, Brad.
Emily.
Especially someone that gets, like, invited to a palace on the reg.
100%. What a girl. Okay, so I hope, Emily, that you never meet him again. Or maybe
it's a real lose-lose situation for you, Emily, here, isn't it?
Maybe we'll have an intervention and reintroduce each other so that you can clear that up.
Yeah, Brad, if you're a listener to Agony Rants, what's your problem? Emily seems lovely.
Come on down. Okay, so the next one is from Anya, and she says, "Don't know if this counts as a celeb encounter, but back in the 90s on a family holiday in Disneyland, Michael Jackson walked past us with his entourage while we were queuing for Peter Pan." She actually says for the Peter Pan. Is it like, Michael Jackson and Peter Pan seems like, a thing.
Do you know what my favourite Michael Jackson, well, it's not really Michael Jackson story, right? But the friend of my partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their family had a shop. I think it was in Westport, maybe. I'm almost certain it was in Westport. Okay. And Cher had a house in Westport.
Cher,
like.
As in...
Oh!
Is that your Cher?
Do you believe? Yeah.
Is that your Cher?
Yeah. All gays can do a Cher impression. It's what we get instead of, universal acceptance of our love.
If I could turn back.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cher came into the shop.
Oh.
Right. And they were all ecstatic.
Oh, well,
right?
Shocker.
And Cher bought stuff and she left. And then they all ran upstairs and went, "Oh my God, you'll never guess who was in the shop. Michael Jackson."
No. No. Oh, that's hilarious.
I wanted to share now.
She probably doesn't need to.
Yeah, she probably
does now.
Not good.
She does
Not
now.
good. Yeah, of course.
But-
We've lost Cher as a listener. Okay, next one. This is anonymous, actually.
Oh, okay.
And it's a long one. She says, oh my God, I started working in an international school in Paris, a school where all the stars, footballers, etc. send their kids. A parent came into the library one day and asked if I'd give her daughter some English grinds. I asked the usual questions. Is she struggling? Has her class teacher suggested grinds? To which she said, no, I just want her to have them. And I said, no, it would be fair. It would be far better if she played Lego with her or baked a cake rather than put extra pressure on her.
Okay.
What a smackdown. The thing was, I had absolutely no idea who Salma Hayek was. We continued chatting. Me telling her about all my kids, life in Ireland, moving to Paris. As she was leaving, I'd say she bored the arse.
I was going to say Salma just wanted a few grinds for our kids.
She was like, wait till I tell you about Ireland. Salma was probably like, must you? As she was leaving, she turned and said, so you really won't do this for me? And I said, no, I wouldn't give my own kids grinds if I felt they didn't need them. Never mind anyone else.
Okay.
We said our goodbyes and off she went. And with that, the vice principal came in and asked, what did Salma Hayek want? And I said, who? I absolutely love this person. She said, Salma Hayek. And I said, she wants me to give her daughter grinds. The vice principal said, what did you say? So I told the vice principal about the Lego and the cake, etc. To which she said, holy fuck, you just told Salma Hayek no. Of course, I didn't have a clue who she was until it went around the staff that the new girl just told Salma Hayek no. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I mean, you're not.
Yeah, it's already too long.
But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's absolutely my favourite one. I lost out of literally naming my price for private grinds. Damn that. And my poor husband has never forgiven me, as he reckons he would have had to accompany to their home in his dreams.
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening.
However, she clearly didn't take offence, as we were invited to a private screening of her movie The Prophet in a cinema on the Champs-Elysees.
Oh, nice.
Wow. She was a lovely lady to chat with. And although the vice principal said not many people would say no to Salma Hayek, but honestly, I'm glad I did. Oh, one thing I did notice was that she had the sexiest bum I've ever seen. But then, I'm guessing her trousers probably cost a few grand. I don't know why I'm trying to get fit. I'm just going to buy decent trousers. I'd say Salma has a series of pulleys and ropes just holding everything
Somebody
in place.
definitely does something for Salma. That's for sure.
We would like to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Headstuff Podcast Network. If you would like to support the show, you can become a member of Headstuff Plus for as little as €5 a month. Members of Headstuff Plus get exclusive bonus content that is not available anywhere else. For example, if you like Agony Rants, you will get access to videos of us recording the episodes, and there are also some bonus episodes that won't be available on the free feed. To sign up, go to headstuffpodcast.com/register. But the great thing is, you don't just get bonus content from us, you also get bonus content from all of the shows on the Headstuff Podcast Network, including the show that we are promoting this week, Basically with Stephanie Preisner. From understanding roles in government with guests such as Taoiseach Micheál Martin to breaking down the complexities of the pandemic with Professor Luke O'Neill, from personal finance, personal and mental health, and everything from death to taxes, Stephanie is here to break everything down to its basics.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Preisner and I'm here to tell you about my show, Basically. It's all in the name, really. The show makes things basic for people. We've done episodes about world religions, we've done episodes about COVID, we've done a lot of episodes about mental health and different aspects of mental health to make things accessible to people. One of the great things about the podcast is that you can contact me and let me know what topics you would like. So have a listen, see if anything tickles your fancy, and if there's something there that you think is missing, please get in touch with the show. We'll cover the topic and then you can listen to it. We're part of the Headstuff Podcast Network, so you can find us on headstuffpodcast.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. See you soon.
Okay, so...
So we got a problem.
Oh, yes.
We have a problem. This is a very interesting one.
Okay.
It's very close to home.
Right, come on then.
Okay, it says, Hi Niamh and Gearóid.
Okay.
Honestly, you have no idea how much I look forward to Mondays now. I am loving Agony Rants. It always puts a smile on my face. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
I am having a problem in work.
Oh.
Well, consider it solved.
Yeah.
A new girl has started, and she is a bit younger than me, and all was going well, but she has started to take credit for my ideas. Not just one or two, but almost everything that we work on together. It's really bizarre and blatant. But what is weirder, other people have started to know that it's happening, and they think it's funny. I work in media, and our work is idea-driven, and she thinks nothing of having a casual chat about something and then pitching it to our superior as her own. I can handle myself with her, but I'm just so surprised that my colleagues aren't taking this more seriously. This girl considers herself to be going places. She has branded herself very well, but she isn't very good at the job. But that doesn't seem to matter. She takes my ideas, she polishes them up and takes all the credit. You'd have to see it to believe it. Last week, I was chatting to another co-worker about an idea, and she came up beside me, and we all went to a meeting, and she immediately pitched what she had just overheard. Enough is enough. I want to put an end to it. What do you think I should do? Thanks.
Wow.
Maybe we shouldn't. We'll just beep out.
Yeah.
I've said it twice.
I'm going to tell you now. It's very difficult. This is very difficult, very fraught because of ideas are ideas. And, you know, I don't know about you, but sometimes you're having conversations with people and say, I totally thought about that. And then they go, oh, no, this is my idea. Yeah, no, yeah. But actually, this is difficult. My question here is, do her superiors know what she's doing? If our mates know, you know, if other people in the office know and think it's funny, you know, then they're aware. Are they laughing because maybe, you know, they're thinking that that's not a real thing? Or are they laughing because, well, they don't think it's serious?
When anyone does something that's really blatant, people are so shocked they're actually amused by it.
Yeah, they can be. And you know, the worst part is if they lift something, especially in comedy, and then they don't deliver it right. That's
God, that's the worst.
That's a scary spice.
Or they've actually make a bad version of a really good idea. It's just that grates on
it's
you.
A bit disappointing because it's like throwing it away, really, isn't it? But I mean, I don't know why you're not calling her out on the spot.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be saying, why are you pitching that? Because that's actually my idea. I've just had that conversation with such and such. I would blatantly call her out.
You're right, because I think that what she's afraid of, I'd say, is that she thinks it would look petty if she called her out.
Yeah.
But you're in like you said it yourself, you're in an ideas-driven
But you're actually giving her permission.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you let her do it once, Niamh, you're so wise.
I know.
So wise.
I know. I just call her on it.
As soon as you let her do it once, you've given her permission to
surely you can do it in a way that's like, oh, yeah, you're hilarious pitching my idea. I just literally told them that. You know, you can do it in a way that's funny. And if you really if she's blatantly doing it, then you can blatantly call her out on it. You know, especially if you've just talked about it with someone else or something.
Now, the other thing is, you make an interesting point there. You say she's branded herself very well, and you also mentioned that she's younger than you are. Maybe there's a bit of a teacher's pet. Maybe she's
she's Emily.
She's the favorite. She's the new girl, and everyone likes her. But hard luck. It's a professional situation, and I think can't let this keep going on.
I think if you let those things go on, you are telling them it's okay.
Yeah,
and so. That's true of all things in life, but you know, you sometimes if you have some I let things go sometimes, you know, because quite frankly, can you be bothered, you know? But you know, I'm not saying you need to confront everything, but if there's something that is actually coming up to you too often, then you need to deal with it. So just be blatant. If she's blatant taking your ideas, I would be completely blatant back to her and go, that's actually my idea. And
also saying this to your superiors, I think it's not that you're coming across as weak. You're just coming across as, hold on a second here.
Yeah.
You know, because I think the word I think this is kind of a media, or maybe it's advertisement.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
But it's somewhere where your worth, I guess, to that company is how good your ideas.
Yeah.
And if she is just ripping them out from under you, that's on. I mean, I know we've been very pragmatic about this. I mean, I don't think you should underestimate, you know, maybe you could set fire to her office bin. You know, I mean,
I know, or give her a bad idea. Passive.
These are my when you get manipulative. This is my favorite thing.
Surely,
go on, give her a bad idea.
Just you know, oh, wouldn't this be great and stuff? I know they'd love this, and just sit back and smile. Yeah, I'm not saying that's what I would do, but you know, I just think, maybe.
Give her a bad idea and let's see how it flies.
That would be the order I would do it in. You'd start with call her out. Next one is give her a bad idea, and next one is set fire to the bin. I think that feels right.
Yeah.
proper escalation.
Yeah,
It's like you know the written warning kind of situation.
The interesting thing is that she says there is, I was chatting to another co-worker about the idea, and she came up beside me, and then she went in and pitched it. Like, I'm curious to know what the other co-worker must have thought, because he obviously saw that happen. And it could be a thing. If she's the new girl, and it could be as well if you're working with lads as well, and she's the new girl and she's well branded, which means younger.
Prettier, maybe.
Yeah, maybe that sort of crap going on.
I don't know.
But
I just think it's, if it's frustrating you, if you really can blatantly prove it, or I get sometimes it's hard to prove things, especially if you've been working with someone on something, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
But I think, or if you can't do the call out straight away, because it's like teaching a dog not to do it. You just have to deal with the behavior as it's happening. But if you can't do that, then you need to have words with her.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't had words with her yet. If you're talking to,
if you're
talking to everybody else,
that's what makes me think that there is, maybe this girl is connected to somebody.
Yeah, maybe
there could be a bit of nepotism going on, or there could be just a thing. You know.
I mean, you say you can handle her. I'm sure you can. I've no doubt about it. And if you're doing well in this business, then you can certainly handle yourself. So you need to kind of take the emotion out of it. It's hard not to knee-jerk reaction. Take the emotion out and deal with it for what it is. It's just bad behavior.
I admire more than a knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
Sometimes
they work.
The next time she does it, walk out, get the fire extinguisher and spray her in front of her. Let people know. Let people know how you feel. Very important. Don't let her away or any of this. Enough is enough. This ends today. What I did was, right?
Okay.
Because I do sometimes worry that we're giving horrendous advice.
Okay. Because we're a bit.
But even though I stand
because we're
behind
not
everything
qualified.
we said,
Yeah.
absolutely everything. What I did was I reached out to one of my friends, like wonderful human being, also called Niamh, also a redhead.
Love it.
I have a type.
And you're women anyway.
Yeah. So who works in this area and is like senior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in this.
As to what she would do. So I said, I sent her the full problem, and she said, "Oh, it's a regular occurrence. If other people have witnessed it, then her boss definitely knows." Okay. Which is kind of curious, because it's like, okay, well then why isn't the boss stepping in? But anyway, we'll go on.
Mm-hmm.
She says what she should do is start writing her pitches and emailing them to other members of the team before verbalizing them.
Yeah, good idea.
Smart. See? Niamh's on the ball.
Clever.
That way it's in writing. She should say some of her... and also, this is why I like Niamh. Another Niamh, not afraid to get manipulative.
Okay.
She should say some of her worst ideas and try and let your one pitch them.
See? Niamh, we're on the same...
God. Oh, on the same page.
Oh my goodness.
And but this is the topper. She said, let her pitch them while then she goes in with an absolute gem.
Class.
So there you go. Come up with a brilliant idea and then give the other one a crap one. Pitch them on the same day.
Sorted.
See, look at that. The Niamhs.
I know.
The Niamhs are working.
Well, do you know what? To be honest,
together.
I think call her on it at the beginning works well. You do it in a lighthearted manner or whatever. Nip it in the bud. Because it's really important to do that, right? Because then you show who you are to your bosses. If you don't feel you can do that, definitely the subversive way is definitely... I would definitely highly recommend that you wait till the very last straw before you set fire to anything or use a fire extinguisher willy-nilly. I know it's gross knee-jerk, but I'm just saying.
I'm just going to say, this is why Niamh always comes across as kind.
I'm not really, though.
She's barely set any fires in her life. And honest to God, it's my one criticism.
Just the one. So, I think we've helped today.
Fantastic advice. Listen, I'm just so happy that what we were able to impart.
I know.
I'm also great. I feel like I've been given proper advice for a while.
Oh, really?
Do you know what I mean? I've just felt I've gone a bit tame. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad we're back to giving decent stuff. Proper, low level office violence. There's so much to be said.
It's not the same if you're not putting a wheelie bin through something.
If you've enjoyed our show, what
Yes.
we would love is if you could rate and review us on iTunes, because that will help other people find us.
Oh, yes.
Also, what you can do is you can tell somebody that doesn't know about our show that you think might like it.
Oh,
that would be a
yeah.
fantastic thing to do. And why not tag us in it? Because do you know what? We have egos.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we love to hear you're enjoying it.
We really do. His is bigger than mine, to be fair.
Absolutely not true. Absolutely not. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll chat to you next week.
Chat to you soon.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Being a parent can be really challenging. It's normal to feel uncertain about whether you're doing the right things to raise healthy and happy children. That's why Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them build confidence in their parenting journey. Everyone deserves to have someone they can turn to for support with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today.
New message.
What up, what up? It's Heather's cousin. You dated her in college, or maybe you were just in the same class. Anyway, I heard you bought a boat, my man. Let's hit the water. Oh, and Heather told me you always liked, snacks and stuff, so I could totally bring some chips.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them, and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Hey, also, I'm a little short on cash, so can you cover the chips? Thanks. I can see why Heather liked you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.